Assalamu alaikum students, this is Nosheen and today we are going to discuss about a new topic called active and passive voice. So let's get started. So as you can see, the definition over here is active voice tells us what a person or thing does. The subject performs the action, verb on the object, like subject plus verb plus object. And in the passive voice, it tells us what is done to someone or something. The subject is being acted upon, like object plus verb plus subject. So for example, if the subject over here is Anna, painted is the verb and the object is the house. So over here when we put the object at the place of subject and subject at the place of object, the sentence would be like this: the house was painted by Anna. So the helping verb would be here and the third form would be here, and we have to put the by to convert the active voice sentence into passive voice. Here are some rules. These are the helping verbs in active voice and these are the helping verbs in the passive voice. These are the pronouns in active voice and these are the pronouns in passive voice. So whenever there is, am, are in active voice, so when we convert that sentence into passive voice, that would become is, am, are plus ing. So in the same way, if the pronoun would be I in the active voice, so when we convert that sentence into passive voice, that the I would become me. In the same way, rest of the you can say rest of the helping verbs and rest of the pronoun would be placed in those sentences. So the subject is the doer of the action in active voice and the object is the receiver. It follows the pattern subject doer plus verb plus object receiver. The subject of the sentence performs the action, like student wrote the essay. Over here the student is writing the essay now. That's why it is mentioned over here that the student wrote the essay. We have to put the third form in it. Then this is the simple structure of a simple sentence, like she writes a letter. So over here she is the subject, writes is the verb, a letter is the object. Simple. And the passive voice. A passive sentence consists of the subject, the verb to be in the correct tense, the past participle of the verb needed, sometimes the agent and or other complements. This is the formula: subject plus verb plus to be plus past participle. For example, novel was read by mom in one day. This is the simple structure of a passive voice sentence, like the cows will be milked after tea. Over here the cows are subject. The cow is the subject. Verb in the passive voice is will be milked. The subject is not doing the verb. In fact, the verb will be done to the subject. For examples, active form: doer plus verb plus receiver. So sentence would be John does the washing up every day. So passive form would be receiver be past participle by doer. This is the structure. The washing up is done by John every day. We have to follow these forms, these structures to convert the active sentence into passive. You can see simple sentence over here. He opens the door, subject, verb, object. So whenever we convert this active sentence into this passive sentence, that would become the door is opened by him. Subject, verb, agent. In the simple sentence, you can see active voice, a sentence is a mosquito bit Paul. And when we convert the sentence into passive voice, Paul was bitten by a mosquito. Subject would be at the place of object and object would be the place of subject. And over here we have used the helping verb and the third form and the by to convert the active sentence into passive voice. Over here, he cooks food. This is the active voice. Food is the singular. Food is cooked by him. This is the passive voice. The professor teaches the student. Over here, the students are taught by the professor. You can see there are categories of sentences. So affirmative sentence is the statement sentence, like Swati eats apple. So over here, apple is eaten by Swati. We have used S with the first form of verb eat. So over here we have to use it is because this is the simple present sentence. So we have to convert it in the simple present sentence when we convert it in passive voice. Apple is eaten by Swati. In the same way, you can see helping verbs are different, forms of verbs are different. So we have to convert the sentence according to that. If the sentence is imperative sentence like command or request, so it would be like this: bring a letter, let a letter be brought. So we have to start the sentence with the let. Like let the tea be made, let the door be shut. Okay, so command or request should be like this when we convert it into passive voice. If the sentence structure is in question form, like who wrote it, so we have to convert it in passive by putting this formula, that by whom was it written. When will you write it? When will it be written by you? So you have to convert the question sentence structure of active voice would be in this type of structure in passive voice, and you have to put the question in the end as well. So if the sentence is in present simple, so it would be like this in active, and it would be like this in passive. Like she delivers the letters are delivered. In the past simple, this would be the structure. Future simple, present continuous, past continuous, going to, present perfect, past perfect. In short, every sentence has a different structure. We have to recognize the sentence structure, that whether it is affirmative, whether it is command, whether it is present simple, whatever it is. So we have to convert that sentence by following the structure of the active voice sentence, so that we can understand and convert it in passive voice easily. Hope you understood the concept. Thank you so much. Take care.